In this module, we will talk about the alternative approach to the classical approach of media optimization, that is Plackett-Berman design. What is Plackett-Berman design? Plackett-Berman design is reported by two scientists, two workers, Plackett and Berman, in 1946, which is commonly known as Plackett-Berman design. According to this design, we can use when our independent variables are more than 5. So as we have seen in our classical approach that if there are 3 different nutrients having 6 different concentration, or 6 different nutrients having 3 different and then there is a huge number of experiments. But in case when our independent variables are more than 5, then we can use the Plackett-Berman design. So in this case, when we say that Plackett-Berman design, according to these authors, they designed a series of experiments, about 100 experiments, using experimental rational technique, which is basically balanced incomplete block design. So according to this technique only allows the evaluation of x minus 1. So x1 is basically the variable by x experiments. So x must be in Plackett-Berman design should be the multiple of 4. Either that is 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 and so on, 28, 32, etc. So we have to set our experiment in the multiple of 4. So normally one determines how many experiment variable need to be included in any investigation. So then select Plackett-Berman design, which meets the requirement most closely to the multiple of 4. So any factors not assigned to any variables that should be designated as dummy variables. If we say that there are the 4 are the trials and 2 or 3 you can set as the dummy trials, which is not actually the part of the significant variables. So there should be compulsory to design a dummy variables. That is very important in case of Plackett-Berman design. So alternatively, the factors known to not have any effect, which is known as dummy variables. So in next slide, you can see a table in which there is an example including 7 different variables named by A to G, having 2 different levels, high and low. So 7 variables with 2 different possibilities, high and low. High designated by H and low designated by L. So in which the 2 variables designated by E and G are designated as dummy variables. So as we have already seen that during the Plackett-Berman design, we have 1 or 2 dummy variables which determine the whole set of the design. So in this table you can see that there are 7 different variables, and there are 8 trials: variable 1, variable 2, variable 3, variable 4, variable 5, variable 6 and variable 7. So in these variables E and G, these 2 are the dummy variables because they have not directly the significant variables we have planned in our experiment. In the Plackett-Berman design, if we have 8 different number of trials, in each variables, in case of A, we have to give 50% chance of the high and 50% chance to low. You can see in this column that there are 4H and 4L. The same case you can set randomly 4H and 4L in all 7 different variables. So just by designing this, we run 8 different experiments for any desired product, for desired fermentation. For example, in 8 different cases, when A variable have a high value, A, B, C are with the high value, D and F with the low value, and E and G, which are the dummy variables, are designated by the high value. So by this, we can set different conditions to run 8 different experiments, and we get the yield you can see in this column. So when we have such kind of the experiment, then proceeding further, in this stage you can see that the variable A for the trial, in which the B, in all cases there is an equal chance of using high value and the low value. Suppose, as an example, if we set that we want to set the pH, one is high pH is 7 and the low pH, suppose 5. So 2 parameters. On the other hand, if we are dealing with the concentration of carbon, we can say that 1% or a 2%. So the 1% considered as low and 2% considered as 2. By same way, in a temperature, if we set the temperature as a 20 degrees Celsius or a 40 degrees Celsius, what we can maintain and what we have to optimize. So by this, by arranging the different variables, and you know that E and G columns are also having high and low values. So just by setting this, we have 8 different results. As you have seen in previous table, the yield of the product in 8 different strategies. So in case when we say that the effect of dummy variables are calculated in the same way as the effect of the other experimental variables A, B, C, D, and we know that E and G are the dummy variable, so other 5s are the experimental variables. Suppose if we say that if there is no interaction and no errors in measuring the response, the effect shown by the dummy variables should always be 0. If there is no more interaction and there is no more error in the experiment, we know that we have assumed 2 dummy variables. That's why their effect should be 0. So that's why when we talk about such case, we should calculate the effect of those dummy variables response. So this procedures will identify important variables that affect on the fermentation process during which will be the most important and which will be the less important. In later modules, we will talk about in detail that how the effect of dummy variables and significant variable will be calculated.